Whenever you have those moments when you decide you want to change your body, it usually comes from a low. Maybe that happens because you inhaled a cupboard's worth of chocolate without realizing. Maybe you were at a party feeling painfully self-conscious. Or maybe your jeans won't do up, so you cancelled your plans just to avoid wearing them. And as unfortunate these situations are, naturally your brain says, I need to lose fat. After all, that must be the fix, right? For how your body feels, for your confidence, or the general you feel in the mirror, it makes sense to do this. So you blow the dust off of MyFitnessPal, you set your calories to 1,200 lower, jump straight onto the treadmill like it owes you money, and swear off the desserts like it's an ex that ruined your life. And technically, the actions that you're doing, they're the right things. You're eating less and you're moving more, creating the calorie deficit to help you lose fat. But you're hoping, really hoping, that this time it just works. And that losing fat will fix everything. But here's the problem. When you're doing this, you're putting all your effort into actions, but you've got no idea if these actions are even right for you. You're sweating your tits off doing a spin class every Tuesday evening, eating a sad desk salad, telling yourself you're being good. But if I asked you why you're doing any of this, why the salad, the 1,200 calories, why skip dessert, most of the time, including yourself, you probably don't have an answer beyond because I need to lose fat. And that little gap, that little lack of clarity, it gives your brain the perfect reason to quit the moment life gets hard. So when you go on that night out, go on the holiday, go through a stressful period at work, or get lazy on the weekend, that's when you find yourself off again, back to on-off dieting, weight going up and down, motivation disappearing faster than your willpower in front of a biscuit tin. And if this sounds like you, it's because you're taking what I call the wild card approach. Throwing effort at a plan or a diet you don't really understand, hoping that this time it will magically stick. But let me just be real. You don't want to just lose fat, right? You want it to stay gone. You want this to be done. And that's why this video isn't just try a new diet or go to the gym to look like me kind of thing. This is about how to start your fat loss journey properly in a way that works with your life, not against it. And especially if this is your second, third, maybe even 10th rodeo, and you're sick of all of it falling apart by week 8, elbow deep in the biscuit tin by 3 p.m. Now, before I keep going, let me just introduce myself real quick. My name is Alex, and I'm your friendly neighborhood nutritionist. And unlike most, I actually give a fuck about your fat loss and how you lose it for good. So I'm actually going to show you the first real step that I use with all my clients. And I want you to do this yourself. Ask yourself, what do I actually want fat loss to do for me? Not just at surface level, like be a size 10 and that will make me happy. Is fat loss for you to feel comfortable in your skin when you go on holiday and wear your swimsuit? Is it a case that you want to stay strong and mobile at 80 so you can still hike, run, or play with your grandkids? Do you want to be that person who simply fits gym in your life and push yourself to where you know you're capable of on the inside? Because you need to know that clarity. And if you don't understand that deep why, then you're going to struggle. And that's exactly why the first step in my program, the APM method, I give each client a tool that I call Behaviour Mapping. And every single client I've worked with who's made fat loss stick, they've started here. Before we've even touched a single calorie, before we even started working out. And in the Behaviour Mapping tool, it will give you 5 short prompts that will help you get crystal clear on what kind of life you want around exercise and losing fat, what the common barriers are that have been getting in your way, and creating realism in your approach. And once you know that information, that's when we can reverse engineer everything to ensure the actions you take solve the problems that you face with losing fat, but it also ensures that we create that inner world and that desire that you are looking for when it comes to your life and your body. And look, I know what I'm going to be giving here isn't a checklist of what you should or shouldn't do, nor is it putting fear into you about how you should be avoiding some food from a bootleg bit of research I found just to push my broken ideology onto you. But ultimately, this is the foundation for you if you really want to see fat loss stick and stay. And it's a tool that people completely underestimate or avoid. Yet, if you really do want to see fat loss stick and create that life you love, you're not going to know how to do that if you don't have that clarity. And this is why that tool is so important and why it's the very first step. And if you are someone who is done on going in and out of diets and plans, done with taking the wild cards with your health and body, and want to start a process of ending that cycle, this is where it finally ends and where you can start a new chapter to a better life. And the behaviour mapping tool, it only takes around 5 minutes. And if you really want it, the link is just in the description below, and you can start it there right away.